live stream, man. We're about to get straight to it. It's not going to be a long live today. I just wanted to get on here and talk about a few things, man. Um, I feel great. I know that a lot of people feel great, and the majority does feel great. So there's not really much to discuss. Forest Shark is still doing this thing. I just wanted to talk about a couple things that I've been seeing on Twitter and just a new perspective and love I have for Drip, man. I've been watching my man, Crypto Kings, and I just was watching a lot of people on Twitter and stuff. But there was a video that he posted yesterday that talked about why Drip could, like how the max payouts and DDD release is gonna be, and when it comes to how much Drip is going to be paid out, and how the price of Drip affects the amount of max wallets that will be given out. And I think that's so great because I think that right now there is the notion of thought of like, oh well, for the rest of Drip's eternity, there's only going to be max payouts paid out. But after watching that video, you do get a sense of humbling and a sense of just understanding how it's probably going to operate with the rollover feature, with everything. So if you haven't watched that, go check it out on Crypto Kings channel. But I want to say this though, that it's a good thing. Like, I don't want people to think that because it's not going to be giving out max payouts forever. And I don't know, it might not. I don't know. But even if it doesn't give out max payouts, right? The fact that Drip is going up in price, people are not going to be. It's not going to matter. Like, because it's going to be hard to give out max payouts as the price goes up. But this is something that if you were here from a long time, you understand. Once Drip goes up, you don't need to be having as much Drip to be making the same amount of money you're making now. So let's say Drip goes up to $10 or whatever, or $5, whatever. Okay, what if instead of a max account, it's only giving out half of that? Well, half of that is still worth than what a max account is right now. Do you understand what I mean? So it's just like you have to just think about it through another perspective, because as this is something that everybody keeps saying, that a lot of influencers keep saying, or at least me for definitely, as Drip goes up, it's harder to buy. So because of that, it's going to be harder to have so much capital coming in to go for these layover rounds and all that stuff. So when DDD comes out, I think in the beginning, like Crypto King said, I think there's going to be a lot of max wallets just being passed out, and then a lot going into the rollover. But then a few months down the line or so, it probably isn't going to be giving out maxed accounts like for the big prizes or whatever, because as new things come out, people are going to be diversifying and going into Piggy Planko, or maybe going into the Animal Farm, or they might be doing a bunch of different things. But if Drip price is up, that will alleviate all of that and still have a lot of bullishness towards it. There's still going to be a lot of people playing Drip Drop Draw, but I'm just saying, no matter max account or not max account, it's still going to be bullish because of the amount of Drip and what it does to the price and how it can help sustain the price. So that's definitely bullish. As far as the updates, I don't have any updates for you. If there was any updates, you would have saw them. But we all know Forest Shark's working, so that's perfectly fine. I do know that Drip Drop Draw is not coming out. Sorry. I do know that Drip Drop Draw will come out before the Animal Farm. You know what I'm saying? Because the Animal Farm can't come out until Drip Drop Draw comes out, because Forest Shark already made it too clear for that. And he's been showing a lot of bullish updates on the Animal Farm. I can't wait to upgrade my position to start going into the Animal Farm more heavy, because with V3, if these yields and these APYs and stuff like that, APRs are really good, like how he's talking about, and it's going to be that bullish, we all know like dogs and that pig pen and that linear pool and all that stuff, that auto compounding pool and the farms. The Animal Farm is powerful. Don't let people sleep. I know that the attention is on Drip right now, and I know that people aren't trying to give the Animal Farm its credit because of where it's been. But trust me, bro, it's a working process. But Forex Shark knows the power of that Animal Farm. And the real ones do know the power of the Animal Farm. That's why you're stacking up dogs. That's why you're stacking up pigs. Or maybe that's why you're getting heavy into the Drip Garden so you can get into it. Or maybe that's why you're in Drip, so then that way when it goes up, you can get into the Animal Farm. But the real ones know. And if you're able to take advantage of the fact that these next couple of months or next couple of weeks or whatever are going to be diversified or handled towards Drip right now, but then Animal Farm is right after it. Like, one thing about Forex Shark, he loves that Animal Farm. And I actually want to go on record saying this. I believe, I'm not going to say it's true, like just like how this isn't financial advice, but I believe that once that Forest Shark gets DDD out, you're going to see an Animal Farm update with the quickness. Like the amount that the how long it's taken for DDD and all that stuff, I don't think you're gonna see that with Animal Farm for a couple of reasons. One, Forest Shark didn't create DDD, so it's kind of hard for him to have all the ins and outs of something that he didn't create. He did create the Animal Farm. Well, he was directly with you know what I mean. He was directly associated with the Animal Farm. He wasn't directly associated with DDD, so it's not like he making drip because he made drip. Drip works. You see what happens when Forest Shark does things? They work, and they work for a long period of time. So, with that being said, I look at this like, okay, well, he already created something that literally has stood the test of time, like he said in that message, right, for 2 years. Now he's about to drop something else that's going to help that. He doesn't want to wait for Animal Farm. He understands how important it is for the Animal Farm to be here, especially because as a developer and as somebody that has a following in the community, right? Why would you want your community to leave? So drip goes up, right? He makes the pump of drip, or what? Not him, but he has this utility come out that pumps the price of drip. Now people are making so much money in drip. Okay, but then what? Like, then where do they go? Like, does that mean like they're just gonna leave? Like, they make all this money and go where? Are they gonna put it in the reservoir? Are they gonna do this? But by putting them and giving them this ultimate ultimatum of like, yo, listen, instead of just selling it, and he's gonna try to find a way to make it to where it can connect better from drip to Animal Farm. I just think that when you make these people rich and then you give them a way to turn them from rich to wealthy, Forex Shark has created an ecosystem and a game plan that is pretty much seamless. Like, it still works whether people are mad or happy or sad about how much it's paying. You can be mad about that. You can feel however you want to feel. And I know that there's some people out there that are impatient about DDD, and I do understand the impatience, but I feel like you have to weigh your options. Are you going to be impatient, or do you want to be broke? Because like, let's say like he puts this out and then we get scammed or something negative happens, then it's like, then what? Do you want to be having this platform that can continuously pay over and over and over for the next couple of years, or do you want just for some short-term satisfaction, you're just going to be like, "Oh, hurry up, rush, rush, rush." And I love what Forex Shark said about like, what if I based my whole existence off listening to these people? Like, where would Drip be? Where would he be? Like, listening to other people that are emotional, like, where will we get with that? If we let our emotions just run our whole lives. So I personally feel like in crypto, and especially in this DeFi game, man, you have to be emotionless. You have to just be able to control them, because you never know what's gonna happen. Never know. This is the wild, wild west. Just like with Forex Shark, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, he might be ready to go. He doesn't even know sometimes. Like, he said he ran 1,900 lines of code and all that stuff, and he has the DAO people doing it. And that's another thing. It's like he has other people. It's people that we know too. That's why I'm glad that people that are in the drip community and truly tapped in and they're in the DAO, I think more of that needs to happen, because I think the biggest thing is right now why everybody is for the most part on poor or on point with this is because that we have people like Driptopian in there, right? That is coming out like, yo, listen, I'm telling you, it's fire. Like, and we trust that. And we have people that are getting closer. So say more content creators and everybody that is just really on YouTube and talking about this, we get into the DAO. Now we can see it and we're the ones testing it. So now it's way easier and way more transparent, because I feel like there's just a lot of people on the outside. And that's great, because that's what we want, right? We want a bigger community. But what comes with that, more people are left out, like out the loop. There's more people that are uninformed. Back when this was smaller, back when this wasn't as big of a thing, people could just say like, okay, this is what's happening, and then everybody just goes about their day. Now it's like one thing could go wrong and then it's an actual thing, because we have such a big community. And these are the pros and cons of being the top and being at the top. Everybody has their eyes on you. So with Forex Shark, like I said before, I'm not pressed about it. I know that he wants this out more than anybody because this benefits him and his career and his legacy by doing drip all over again. By having this come out, and this can cement everything. This right here, the launch of DDD, will make his animal farm so much easier because the capital is going to be going in there. It's going to be going in there just like this. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Drip the shout out to you, man. DCA Don's in the chat, man. Shout out, man. Shout out. Yeah, DCA Don's out, man, because you guys are bugging. 27-cent drip again. We got here again. We got here again. We're here again. Now, what are you going to do? Now, we saw how fast it went to 38 cents, 35 cents off of just like, yo, it's coming out this day. Bam. Right? Now, what are you going to do now? Are you going to sit here and just play the game again? Are you going to sit here and watch it be 27 cents again and then not buy any? Or are you going to be like, you know what? I'm tripping. Let me just grab some of this before he comes out and says something. We see how fast it can happen. Just like that. It can happen. So it's up to you, man. And if you want to be smart in this ecosystem and you want to win, the person that has the most drip is going to be in a winning position, because at the end of the day, if you can hydrate, if you can compound, there's people that really live off drip. Like, can we talk about that for a second? Or is this too soon? And I'm talking about at these prices. I'm not talking about like at all-time highs. Oh my God, at all-time highs. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about at these prices. Like, there's people that live off of this. So it's like, to me, I find it funny that there's so much said about it, because no matter what you say, if you're in the right position, you can still be winning. You know, by being in drip, period. In my opinion, you're winning. But there's some people that are out here putting $2 in a drip, and it's so crazy that $2 can get you drip. Isn't that crazy? I heard Bitcoin is pumping, right? I don't even pay attention. I haven't been on anything. Let me check. What is Bitcoin at right now? Let me check what Bitcoin's at right now. Let me check what Bitcoin is at right now. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. What's Bitcoin at right now? Y'all know what Bitcoin's at right now? Let me check. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. I'm trying to unlock my phone. Bitcoin price. Oh, word. It's almost at 30 racks. Oh, 30K is wild. Yeah, it's up. It's up today. Okay. Shout out to Bitcoin. Shout out to Bitcoin. That's dope. I mean, that's a great indicator for, the markets and people. That's dope. That's dope. I love that for crypto, man. I love crypto. I love it. I love it. Because this is truly the future. This is truly the future. And seeing this, and it's so funny to me because like somebody will get into this crypto or DeFi or whatever and tell you like, yo, the only thing that you can trust in this is Bitcoin. It's at 30,000. Look. So now somebody that has 30,000, like somebody that has a couple $1,000 or a couple $100 throws all their money into Bitcoin. It's just like it's crazy how many options there are out here. There's so many options. There's so many things that you could do with Bitcoin. There's so many things that you could do with money, period. There's so many ways to leverage to get Bitcoin. There's so many ways that you can do things. And it's all about how do you do it. To get to $1 million or whatever, there's a billion ways you could do it. But which one are you going to choose? Me, I could buy that Bitcoin. I could be putting all this money that I'm putting in the drip in the Bitcoin right now. But it's like, all right, yeah, it went up. Even if it went up to 100K, this is what I want people to understand. Now, people be like, oh my gosh, Bitcoin is going to have the biggest bull run and it's going to go to 100,000 and it's going to do so many things. Listen, let's keep it 100 right now. With all the money I put in the Bitcoin versus drip, if we want to talk about where the most amount of profit can come out of, right? Because with Bitcoin, I would be waiting for the price to go up unless I'm doing something else like a miner or something like Animal Farm to where I'm holding it and leveraging it or whatever. But this is what I will say. Is Bitcoin paying me 1%? of my money every single day, and it's at 30,000. So the chances with the price appreciation or the effect of price appreciation, because it can go to 32,000, it can go up to 35,000, it can go up to 40,000, it could go to 60,000. That's a 2x, but drip could go to 60 cents. And that's oh my goodness, bro. Drip's at 30 cents. Bitcoin's at 30,000. Bitcoin could go to 100,000 to 3x. Drip needs to go to $1 to 3x and pays 1% compound interest. So make it make sense. I'm not telling you that Drip is better than Bitcoin. I'm not telling you that Bitcoin's better than Drip. I'm not telling you how to feel about it. I just want you to make it make sense to me. If I had a certain amount of money right now, I'm talking about right now, cash right now. Now, I'm not talking about Bitcoin when it first started, when Bitcoin was $5, $10. See, that's where I think we are with Drip. I think we're at the point of where you was ordering pizzas and you were buying Bitcoin. Just like how right now, if I were to sell my Drip, I would have to sell a whole bunch of it in order to do something, right? But eventually, with innovation, with use case, with utility, there comes a point to where now it levels up and you hit so much of a new high to where now it doesn't matter what the price is. People that were getting in Bitcoin when it was $100, $200, under $1,000, $1,000, people that were getting in at these prices, you're up a 65x, you're a 30x, you're up at a 20x, you're up at this amount of x. You know what I'm saying? You are at such an advantage to where you're playing on X's, whether you went from a 60x to a 50x to a 40x or a 30x or a 10x, whatever. You extra money so much that it puts you at a new floor to where it doesn't matter. The difference is also with Bitcoin, you have to sell it. Now, see, when you sell it, now your percentage of how much money you have goes down, right? Because your ownership goes down. So now you have to be more selective because once you sell it all, it's over. The difference is with Drip, why I gotta sell it? One day I could feel like selling, the next moment I could not. You see what I'm saying? One moment I could feel like selling it, the next moment I could put it into my bag and get it bigger. Come on, bro. Make it make sense. So why would I go anywhere else? Because I could buy Bitcoin off of this. I could use the dividends I'm getting from this to then go buy Bitcoin. Then I can go stake it into the animal farm. I can go buy Ethereum and stake it into the animal farm. It's so funny because every day. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm saying it has happened because I witnessed somebody making 100,000 a day. Now, let's say Drip and Bitcoin were the same. So let's say Bitcoin went to 100,000, right? Stunner was making 100,000 a day. That means he was making a Bitcoin a day. At these prices, he's making over 2, 3 Bitcoin a day. Imagine that in a thumbnail. Imagine that as a title on YouTube. How I make 3 Bitcoin a day. How I make a Bitcoin a day. People don't understand the power of Drip. And they don't understand the power of viralness and how much in a world we live in of clicks and just like clickbait. The thing is, we're not baiting. That's the craziest part. It's not about clickbait. It's not about clickbait. No, 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 no. This is gonna be so real that it's surreal. You know, like people don't understand that when it's crazy because when I first got in, there was under 40,000 wallets, like 35,000 wallets, right? So I can and people at that time, like everybody loves to say, like, oh, well, that's not 35,000 people. That's just wallets. So cool. That means it's like 20,000 people, right? Cool. People don't understand now there's 5 times as many people. There's 100,000 people. Whether you want to say there's 50,000, 75,000, there's a lot more people that know about Drip now than they did back then. And when Drip goes up to these prices and these thumbnails and these clicks and these videos, now with how the world is working with Twitter and how it's working with TikTok and all these type of ways, people don't know, and the community and everybody's influence and their position in the community, people don't understand this isn't a joke. And that's why I love what Forex Shark said about this is not a drill, because once this goes up, I was seeing people talk about like Rev and all those other tokens, Manor Farm, and I wasn't there for that, but I heard people talk about it. I think this has the potential to be even crazier, even crazier. And the reason why I can say that is because Manor Farm was like 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, right? A couple of weeks. Drip, drop, draw, in the words of Forex, is about to stand the test of time. Stand the test of time. You can't beat that. I'm sorry. Especially consistent increases to the price of drip. I would love, personally, I would love all situations. A tidal wave is coming, Ants girl. A tidal wave is coming. I would love all situations. And let me tell you what I mean by that. We could go up to $5 straight. I'd be great. You know what I'm saying? I'd be great. I feel great. If we went to $5 straight and then we went back down or whatever, I'd be great. Because I feel like that's just like a great boost for the community. And then people could be happy that we made a lot of money or whatever. Me personally, how I would love it to go is just to see steady increases. Because when you are hydrating and you see drip just go up 10 cents, 20 cents a day, and you see it can just continue to slowly grind and grind up, man, there's nothing like the pump and drip. I don't remember when Stunner Breezy would say it. I remember when I saw him say it, and the price would go up like 1 cent on live, and he was, oh, and now I understand. I understand. There is nothing like a drip pump. You hear how Bitcoin, uh, you hear how Bitcoin is went up today, right? And people are like, yeah, 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 yeah. I promise you, let drip do the pump that Bitcoin just did today. Just today. I'm not talking about like some massive bull run, because this is what people don't understand. People don't understand. It's not about a bull run for drip. No, no, no. The moment we start, we're sprinting. We're sprinting. We sprint. We sprint. We sprint. We sprint. We don't just jog. We sprint. Y'all run. We sprint. This is a difference, bro. We are using a lot of energy. We are running. Like we are sprinting. And that's what, man. Because now a bull run is just a different level. Like, can I ask y'all a question? When did y'all get in the drip? What was the price of drip when you got in? What was the price of drip when you got in? Because I want to make an example out of something real quick. 120. Drip was $120 divided by $7.50. God bless you. $30, $32, 145, $10, 80, 350. Mm. I want to ask y'all this question. Number one, what if drip went back to the price that you bought it at? How would you feel? That's number one. And number two, isn't it crazy? All these numbers that we're talking about, right? If drip hits those numbers, that is a bigger X amount. Well, most of those numbers. The amount of X's that is higher than it's ever been in this protocol period. Because drip from it listed at $3.50, right? Let's just say it hit 200. Let's just say, because it didn't hit 200, but let's say $3.50. That's a 57x from launching price. And we weren't here for that. So when people really can just put it into perspective of where they bought at and the all-time high. So if you got in at $10 and it went to 200, that's a 20x. Bro, a 20x right now, a 20x right now is at 30 cents times 20. $6 drip. $6 drip can give you the same effect like you were in at $10 and it went to $200. People don't get it. People don't understand. People think this is a joke. And it's crazy because if you've been here for a long time, you understand what's going on. You understand, like, okay, the protocol still works, so why would I leave? Okay, the dev didn't leave, so why would I leave? Why did the price go down? Oh, X, 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 and X happened. Okay, cool. So all these things are still good. These core principles are still good. All right, cool. Then I'm straight. You know? And when I look at this opportunity, man, that's why I just sit back and I buy drip. I watch these Stunner Breezy videos and I be seeing how he just be buying that drip. I be watching everybody on Twitter buy drip. All these wonderful, great minds buying drip. Why wouldn't I? I love it. I love it. I love everything about drip. And I will continuously add to my position, make sure that I hydrate, make sure I DCA while we're at these prices. I told you anything under $1, bro, I'm locked in. Because I love single digit drip, but under single digit, man, please. Under 50 cents, man, please. Under 30 cents, don't even talk to me. Don't even talk to me. You don't even have to speak to me. Like, drip under $1, I'm buying it. If I have any chance to, I'm going to do so. And I was just talking about on Twitter today about how I thought it would be a cool feature. I wish that Drip had like an Acorns feature. I don't know if you know about the Acorns app, but they have this roundup feature to where you can connect your card and say you spend like $1.35 on something, that other 65 cents will go and be saved and invested for you. So I wish that Drip had something like that. Because imagine I'm just going to get some food and not McDonald's, but like just some food or whatever, and it comes up to a weird number. I would love to just round up and then just send that amount of money to my faucet, and then that way I could just be making a bag off of that. People could be getting into Drip right now with their leftover change money from the corner store. People don't get it. If you really just open your mind and understand like the risk versus reward here, like one drip could change your life. Genuinely, just with time. And one drip is 30 cents. If you don't have 30 cents to invest to yourself, it's less than 30 cents. It's 27 cents. If you don't have 27 cents to invest into yourself, God bless you. If you don't have 27 cents to invest into yourself and you can't watch and you watching me right now, double God bless you. You feel me? So I don't know. I don't know what people are doing. Maybe it's just the fact that you don't know about it. And I can't tell you if you don't know about it that you should know about it, because you don't know. If you don't know, then you don't know any better. But to those that are just watching this happen and you're watching Drip go down and you find yourself like, oh, flexing on Drip, like, oh, you guys are stupid for being in Drip. Ah ha 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 ha. It went down. Like, you are missing out on the big part of the game, buddy. Like, you're not understanding the biggest part here is this. People are still winning here. People that are in Drip, people are still winning. My first max is in 40 days. Shout out to you. I'm so happy for you, because a max wallet really does allow you to look at this whole ecosystem in a whole nother capacity. And then when you do it again, you can keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. Like, you have to just look at this like it's a battle, and it's not always going to be a great day. Well, when you're making 1% every day, it is always a great day. But when you talk about like the prices, you know what I mean? Like, it's not always going to be going up. That's unrealistic. I mean, anything in life, that's defying gravity. Everything that goes up must come down. But what I will say this, it will go up and it will go down. It's the market, man. But at least it's staying up. At least Drip has not been off the market like it's been wiped out. You know what I mean? So Drip's pumping. I mean, sorry, Bitcoin's pumping. Let Bitcoin do its thing. Bitcoin's doing this thing that's great for the community of crypto. That's wonderful. That means more people are going to be getting into crypto if Bitcoin's pumping. But what I will say is this. Let's not forget about how when Bitcoin was going down, there was a whole bunch of days that Drip was pumping. Let's not forget there was green when all these other things were going down, Drip was going up. So this is just something that people have to understand, and we will do it again. Once Drip Drop Jaw comes out, we will do it again, and we will see a different level of engagement on Twitter, on YouTube, on all social media platforms. And there's going to be a lot of people talking about Drip because everybody knows about it already. They just might not be talking about it, but they know about it. You know what I'm saying? They know about it. Trust me, your favorite person, they know. They know. They might just be watching on the sidelines because there's been a lot of people in it. And you have to remember, when this thing was at a high price, some people have left. A lot of people have left, actually, because there's new faces. But what I will say is this. They might have left like talking, but they haven't left like paying attention. Oh, they're watching. Where do you think all these analytics are coming from? Where do you think all these views are coming from? Why do you think everybody makes a YouTube channel and talks about Drip? Do you think people are just watching this out of thin air? No. No. There's people watching. There's people watching. There's a reason that Drip is getting all these views every single day. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason. And all these delays, it's here to test who's the weak and who's the strong. And the ones that have been strong, you're going to benefit because now you put yourself in a position to where he's going to come out with this and you're going to be invincible. You can't be stopped because you built yourself up throughout the delays. You didn't let these things weaken you. You didn't weaken your position. You strengthen your position. That means when it goes up, now you're in an even better position. So shout out to everybody that's doing that, having this bullish sentiment and just being happy, and being stress-free about this stuff, man. It's crypto, it's DeFi, man. It's risk capital. You know what I'm saying? Be smart about this. Don't put your life savings into this, but understand that if you're going to be in Drip, You got to have a patience. You got to have a mindset that can literally delay gratification, so that way you can be able to be understanding like, okay, I can't be worried about the right now because I'm worried about my future self. And once you understand that and you grasp that and you act upon that, you straight, bro. Facts. That's a fact. So I'm gonna get up out of here, man. That's all I got to say. But make sure that you tune in on Twitter. I'm probably gonna try to tap into my man Trav DeFi. He's having a space tonight, 8 p.m. on Twitter. Make sure you go tap into that. And I'll be back on live soon. Crypto Kings, I heard my boy was in the chat. Shout out to everybody that came into here today, man. Make sure you share the live. Hi. I like the. I can't even get my outro right, man. There's so many things going through my man. Hydrate that like button. Do all that, man. It's your boy Crypto down here, DeFi. I'll catch you on the next one.